So obviously you can see the screen. Before I start teaching you guys how to more consciously communicate, I'm not going to do a bunch of hand raising. Just humor me on this one question. Before I start teaching you guys how to communicate, how many of you, like me, believe your ability to communicate is important? Look around the room, every hand goes up. All right. And before I start sharing communication skills with you guys, what benefits would any of you come up with to be better in your communication? If you would shout out some answers. Go ahead.
Consistency.
Consistency, okay. Sorry? Connection. Any others? Simplicity. Who likes simplicity? All right, great.
Curiosity.
Curiosity.
Building rapport.
Building rapport.
Clarity.
Clarity. I love clarity. Well done.
Setting expectations.
Setting expectations. Good.
Customer satisfaction.
Customer satisfaction. I sometimes share that customer service is the greatest form of sales out there that we can do. Leadership. Okay, do leaders need to be good at communication with their group? All right, there's a difference between dictating a meeting and facilitating a meeting. All right, how many of you believe you're going to make more money the better your communication? Okay, terrific. Now, reputation, trust, credibility, are these all very important things for someone to have? Okay, so watch this. You just heard Brian introduce me. All right. Do you guys have to know a ton of things about me to believe I have these things? Or the fact that I've spoken at UWM, I'm on their partner perks page and things of that nature, do you have to know things about me? Or do you have faith in Brian and C2 that I must have these things? What is it? Faith or you have to know? Faith. Have any of you guys noticed a theme so far since I've been up here talking to you guys? What have I been doing so far?
Mostly having us answer the question.
Asking questions. All right. And watch it, I'm going to throw in an extra lesson I wasn't going to share. So I just asked 2 minutes ago about the bar stool. Is body language important?
Yes.
Okay, you're sat down, I start sat down. Did any of you pick up on that? When you stand up, I now become the expert. If I walk around the room and I start talking, are you feeling more of an energy now from me?
Yes.
Okay, so if for any of you who are ever looking to present on stages, those are just some extra lessons today. Here's the main lesson I'm going to get to very quickly now. How many realize you can talk yourself out of a sale? Okay. What I'm doing in asking questions, you guys, because you shared you have faith, that means I don't need to share with you I spoke at Fuse on the same stage as Matt Ishbia and Barbara Corcoran. Would that make you feel like you've got credibility? Wow. Okay. I don't need to share. This is me dressed real casual with all the suits at UWM where I coached all the AEs at one time. I don't need to share. How many of you have accessed the Partner Perks page for UWM? Okay, this is me, this is my business. I'm on there, Art of Conscious Communication, on the Partner Perks page for all the LOs across the country. Remember this as a lesson. I did not need to share this stuff with you. Are you following along with that as a lesson? I don't need to share, I was the only white person invited to an all-black conference to speak on the same stage as Les Brown. I don't need to share with you guys. I give my clients smiley faces and baseball hats because I grew my hair out long to prove to a financial advisor our appearance doesn't matter so much. In the top here, this is actually Bedford. I don't know if any of you know that name. She did 265 units last year. Does that, how many of you did not do 265 units last year? No, but can you see, does that give you a sense of I've got credibility in that I've got people like that trusting me? I don't need to show you Craig Snell, Caitlin Linane, Adrian Webb, all with different UWM partners that are clients of mine. Didn't need to share it. I love teaching people. How many of you like the idea of being fulfilled? You take someone a longer distance in life. That's okay. Lingo is 23 years of age. He was 23 when I helped him secure a $7.95 million listing. All right, as a realtor. I'm not going to share that. I was invited to speak at the Pentagon to teach the same things I'm teaching today. I don't need to share that I take my clients away on holiday. Who likes going on vacations? All right, I do too. I took a loan officer client of mine to Milan to watch a game. I was going to wear a soccer jersey, all right, but I decided with game day to go with this. I'm going to click through all these slides and I'm going to get to the first lesson. Am I oversharing?
Yes.
Oh, you see where I'm, okay, so watch this. There's a difference, and some of you might start taking notes on this. You do not want to start your meetings with someone saying, I've got my standard presentation, because here's how it usually works. You're going to start this. Let me start by sharing with you. Or let me start by telling you, if you start your meetings like that, which one of you is doing the talking, you or the client? You. Who do we want doing all the talking? Are you following along? So, look, I label the word promise. Promise is a very dangerous word. If you promise something, you have to deliver on it. Did any of you hear Daniel on stage earlier? I promise you this. Did you feel that energy when he promises you guys things? I promise you, you're going to learn a one-off question that you can ask your clients, your buyers, your realtors that you're wanting to work with. You can ask them one question starting your meeting that will get them selling themselves on your services and you haven't told them anything. Who would say this was a glorious half an hour to leave learning that? I make a promise you will leave learning that question. Now, I'm 48, almost 49, even teenagers know this because of Cobra Kai. What movie is this from, guys? Karate Kid. And what is being taught here? And when he's learning wax on, wax off, wasn't he like Mr. Miyagi? What has this got to do with karate, correct? By the end of the movie, was it everything to do with karate? Okay, so by the end of my talk, you're going to have some wax on, wax off moments. Here's why. How many of you like me have kids? Okay, I might share how I get my kids to do the things I want them to do and make it their idea to do it. And it's the same verbiage that you're going to use with realtors and buyers. Are you following along? Nice soundbite for the camera. You can't be an amateur in your home life and suddenly a professional in your communication in your business life. If you're asking not so quality questions at home, can you see that they would seep into your business life? Are you following along with me there? So you're going to have some wax on. I might even share a slide how I helped a male client of mine get a date on Bumble if I've got time, where he used 3 questions, and they're the same 3 questions that you can use. Usually if you're a single fella in here, that's usually where you take a snapshot of that. Now, all of you in your best British accent, just on the count of 3, ignore the word mate, but just all of you on the count of 3, just say the word cheers. 1, 2, 3. Cheers. Okay, she's the actress in the room, all right? Happy birthday. All right. Now, my former British self, been told charming, debonair. I've been told if I swear it sounds polite. I will not swear here today. I am now a proud American. Yay, America. Woo! All right, I even drive a truck, okay? So, like, now there's a lesson in that. Everyone loves learning things in 3s, is what I've discovered, especially in America. All right, so these 3 things, you do them, you'll get more business in life. The first one is called gathering information. All right? What is the only way on the planet, guys, that we can gather information from another human being? We ask questions. The second thing I call it is what I call garnering understanding. A client once said, are you saying gardening? No. Garnering understanding. All that basically means is this. No one ever wants to feel like they've been sold by you. All right? We remember more how we leave someone feeling more than the words that we use. So garnering understanding is simply this in concept. You have to get the person in front of you to feel like I would be doing the same thing as you if I was in your shoes. If you can get the person in front of you to feel like I would be doing the same thing, can you see that they will feel less sold by you as a result of that? The third thing is what I call predictability. How many of you ever feel like you've had a headache client? Okay, do you want me to be gentle or direct? All right, most of the time you bring on a headache client, did you know they were going to be a headache client before you brought them on based on how they answered your questions and stuff? Yet you still brought them on. Can we say that's clearly on you then? I teach this concept. The more proactive you are, the less reactive you have to be. I don't tell people like in a statement, hey, June and July, I go on vacation. I ask my clients, hey, do you like the idea of going on vacation? My client goes, yeah. I'm like, when you go on vacation, do you want to work or vacation? They're like, vacation. I'm like, okay, so if I go away for June and July, you're okay with that? Yes. Are you seeing the difference? Are you seeing where I'm, okay, it's part of the predictability. When I said I drive a truck, what happened? People laugh. Are you following along so far? So we need to be cognizant of the predictability piece on if we're bringing on the right clients, the way they answer us. Now, the Captain America thing, can we just set this up for success? How long have I even got? Who's got the timer on me at the back of the... I have 17 minutes left. Can we just set this up for success? It is impossible for me to teach you everything in 17 minutes. We all in agreement with that?
Yes.
Okay. Will you let me know when there's 5? All right. Okay. So here's the deal. My aim was to provide as much value as I possibly can. All right. For you guys, we understand I can't teach everything. I'm not going to do... Who saw me read someone's mind? I think Brian saw. Okay, Brian, was it pretty cool what I did with reading someone's mind? Okay, it takes up a bit of time. Here's the lesson. Every conversation you ever go into, you have to go into it with the words, I agree with you, before your conversation gets started. I'm going to repeat. Every conversation you go into it consciously with the words, I agree with you. Here's what that will do for you. It will stop you using negative connotations. I'll give you an example. Has anyone ever turned around to you and said, I hope I'm not being an inconvenience? The second they say that, what are they now planting in your mind? Are you following along? It will stop you asking questions you do not want the answer to. All right? And a lot of loan officers, if it's okay for me to share, ask questions they don't want the answer to. I'll give you an example. We're going to hold off. We think the market's going to crash. All right? If you're now asking that person, why do you think that? Can you say the words, I agree with you, at the end of their answer? Are you following along with me? So, or I'll give another example. What are the rates? Anyone ever ask you, what are the rates? Okay. If you're answering them, the rates are 7%. I've got lots of clients where they're veterans. They've been doing it a long time, and they sign up with me because of this. What are the rates? And they're like 7%, okay? They've been asked a question, they've told them an answer. Have you ever learned people do things on emotions first, they justify with logic afterwards? If someone asks you what are the rates and you just tell them, have they got any clue whatsoever about your years of experience in what you're doing? Are you following along with me? I'm not going to be repetitive with this, but as a lesson, maybe out of order of the slides, I like multiple choice questions. Someone goes, what are the rates? Absolutely, I'll share the rates. Just real quick, you care just about the rates, or you also care about the caliber of the loan officer that you're going with too? Wow. Was that good? Are you guys like, that was good? What did he say again? Like, how did he say that? Okay. If someone asks you what are the rates, you're better off saying, absolutely, I'll share the rates just real quickly. Do you care just about the rates, or do you also care about the caliber of the loan officer you're going with? Caliber of the loan officer that you're going with too.
Color.
Right, no, but watch this. If they answer rates, do you want that person as a client?
No.
All right. If they say they care about caliber, you then do not tell them what you bring to the table. We do not tell value, you extract value. There's a big difference. So then I would say, terrific. Maybe I'll throw out a group psychology play. Do you know what? All my clients, they tell me they love it that I give them the green light and get them to close very smoothly. Hey, just curious, what would be one characteristic that I can show you today so that you would feel a sense of confidence to go with my services? Are you following along? Again, I've only got so much time, but I'm sharing with you. Someone comes up with a objection, multiple choice question. Hey, we think the market's going to crash, all right, or do something, so we're going to wait. I would turn around and say, hey, would you say you've got like the worst taste in the world, or would you say you've got pretty good taste with finding a home? What is everyone in the world going to answer you to that? Good taste. Are you seeing where I can now take that conversation? So you're saying the market does this, it's going to do this. All right, have you ever noticed the next up's always higher than the last one? Yeah. Okay, and you're saying you're going to wait till it goes down here and you've got good taste. Is that going to give you more chance or actually less chance you get in the home you really want? And I'm letting it simmer with them, and I'm going based on questions. Anytime you make a statement of what you think someone should value and they don't value it, they're going to say, can I get you for less money? Some of these things I'm letting sit with you I can't do justice to this. Every single one of you answer this just to prove a point. And this is a big lesson. I get better in my ability to communicate, and I get better in my ability to sell because I teach. I'm going to teach you guys a bunch of things today. You're going to take notes. Let's say I do indeed teach you something today, and you take notes on it. It's a cheers moment for you. You're like, I've taught you something, and you say cheers, all right, because you love it. All of you, in a one-word response, all answer me on this. In one word, what should you all be doing to get better at something?
Listening.
I can prove one thing to you guys. You're not listening. I can't do justice. Just say that one more time, a bit louder. Teach. Did you hear me say that? I'm going to prove a point to you right now. It's the most important one. I can't do justice. Your clients aren't hearing the words you're saying, and you're not hearing the words your clients are saying. I clearly said I get better. Who understands the more you teach something, the better you get at it? I didn't invent that. Great. I even stress on the words, you guys. I gave you the alley-oop, game day, alley-oop on it, like I teach. Have you ever had someone say, I'm not here to sell you something? What does your brain hear them saying to you? Have you ever had someone say, we're not going to try and recruit you? You're going to try and recruit. Are you following along with me? So when we use certain wording, I can't do justice to this slide. Here's a tip. Next time you're in front of a client, ask them to briefly summarize to you what they heard you say, or briefly summarize back to them what you heard them say. Can you see it will increase your conversion? Great. Now, you're going to love me. So Ashley Bedford, you know the one who did 265 units? She was like, Jamie, this has been a game changer. Someone says, I don't know if we can afford this. If you turn around to that person and say, you want the home, you just don't want to be in financial hardship, you've now placed their brain in financial hardship. If you say, use the word feasible should become your best friend. You guys are doing, in fact, the most feasible sale on the entire planet. So if someone says, I don't know if I can afford it, you say, you want it, you just want to make sure it's financially feasible. It now gets the brain to be creative. Are you catching on to that? Is that a cheers moment for any of you? How am I doing on time? 10 minutes? Okay. I'm going to talk about, I can't talk about all the components. There is no script. You do not need to develop a British accent as a result of listening to me today. I'm just going to share real quick rather than make it question-based. I'm a clarity coach. I teach you something, it makes sense, you implement it. Building rapport is simply this. Get the person in front of you to feel like you are the same. People want to buy from people they feel somewhat the same as, okay? So watch this. Does anyone remember the first question that I asked that got every hand in this room raised? I could wait and no one ever remembers it. All right? If you want to make someone the same as you, in your communication, you want to find a way, I find a way to use these 3 words. I said, hey guys, before I start teaching communication, how many of you, like me, believe your ability to communicate is important? Show of hands, and then every hand went up. Can we all agree we come from different parts of the world, different genders? All right, yeah, every hand goes up. Am I making you the same as me? Yes. If you don't know someone, go more generalized. Rosalinda, are you like me? Do you value honesty? I've not once had someone say no, lie right to my face. I love it when someone does that. All right, if you go general, like, are you like me, do you value your time? People are always going to say yes to you. Now, how many of you want to bring on clients, ideally in one meeting? That would be an ideal. Here's the lesson. The more specific you get with your you like me for what you do for a living, the more inclined you're going to get a client in one meeting. You want to be the one interviewing your clients, not the other way around. All right, you want to be the one asking the questions. So if I was a loan officer, I would start with my clients by saying, are you like me in understanding that not all loan officers are created equally? Would be a great one specific. Are you following along? Because if they agree with you on that, can you see where you're now making rates irrelevant? Are you following? Again, I've got only so much time, but that's where I would start. Now, have any of you ever heard of mirroring before? This is usually a cheers moment. I teach the term, I've coined the term, extreme mirroring. Extreme mirroring. Here's an example of extreme mirroring. My client Monica, when she first texted me ever, good afternoon, exclamation mark, space, upside down question mark. Her ending, upside down question mark, thank you period, upside down question mark. Look at my response. Good afternoon, exclamation mark. I Googled how to do an upside down question mark. All right. And then the ending was the same. Here's a game changer. If you want higher conversions and you want to go from 1 out of 10 people to 3 or 4 out of 10 people, and it's very subliminal and subtle, they're going to be like, I don't know why this person gets me more than others. If someone says to you, hello, and you say, hi, hey, good afternoon, you've now made yourself different from that person. If someone uses the word kids and you go and use the word children, you've made yourself unnecessarily different from that person. I'll wait. Are you following along? Are you seeing how, look, if they use the word merit, it's, if you ever do a call to someone you've never spoken to before, give them a chance to answer the phone first. and then just speak back to them. If they say, hello, this is so-and-so, you go, hello, this is so-and-so. They're less inclined to hang up on you. It makes colder to warmer a lot faster. Now, how am I doing on time? 6 minutes. Okay, I tell you what, I'm going to scroll through. I was going to teach you how I get my kids to do stuff, but I made a promise to you guys. I'm not going to teach you how I get dates on Bumble. I said the one-off question. I did promise. I have to deliver on a promise. I asked the second question that got used to sell yourselves on things that I'm talking about before I shared anything, all right? So here's the question. I said, before I start sharing communication, what benefits would you come up with to be better in your communication? And then you just started sharing stuff with me. Can you all go in a meeting with someone and say, before I start sharing all the wonderful things I know I can do for you, what benefits did you specifically come up with for meeting with me today? Can they do research on you beforehand? Can they, you would be shocked at some of the answers that you get. If they say to you, oh, I don't know, I didn't see anything, it doesn't end your dialogue. You still get to say, that's still terrific. What would be one thing today that you would want to see from me so that you can feel that sense of you're dealing with a top-level loan officer? Are you enjoying this stuff? Yes. Okay. All right. I even help men get dates using that same question, but we'll go, I wish I had more time. 5 minutes? Okay. I tell you what, if you want to, I'm going to teach you this. I'm not teaching you how I get into gyms for free around the country, but I will teach you the words at least. If I ask any of you, do you have time later to meet up with me? What are you all going to answer? No, most of you, what are you going to say? If you didn't know me, I say, do you have time later to meet with me? What is most of the world going to say? No. No, okay. I'm going to turn no into a yes real quick. Let's say there's something I can't teach in the next 2 minutes, and it will change your life when I teach you it. All right, would that at least be worth 10 minutes later? Yeah. Are you sick? Okay. Use the words at least when you're on the phone with someone. You don't want to say I want, they don't care. I've got a lesson on that, all right? The words I want, we really don't care. When we say the words I want from psychology, there's no emphasis on the other person. So if you say, let's say there's something I can do for you that no other loan officer on the planet can do, would that at least make it worthwhile meeting with me? You'd now get the meeting. Are you following along as a lesson? It lowers the words at least diminish the value of money and time. I did want to teach you neurolinguistic programming. All right, have any of you ever heard of NLP? Yep. Okay. How am I doing on time? 3 minutes? Are you guys okay if I go 3 minutes and then I go 2 minutes for a gift for you guys? Is that cool with all of you? Are you sure? Okay. Any of you ever seen the movie Focus? Will Smith, Margot Robbie? Yes. Okay, help me out for those who haven't. In the scene in that movie, Will Smith bets a guy, I know what number you're going to pick on the field of play. All right, do you remember what number that was? 55. And then after the game, Margot Robbie goes, how did you know he was going to pick that number? He goes, we've been programming his subconscious. Everywhere he's been looking, he's been seeing number 55. If you are selling something, which you are, you want the other person to buy it. So the more their brain hears the word buy, you're speaking to their subconscious. Here's how it would work. Hey, buy at the end of this meeting, you're going to see where my services are a higher level. By the way, has anyone ever shared this with you before? By chance, is this some new information? Do you see by this place here where we can do this for you? By now, you're seeing where I can be really helpful. The first buy they hear is buy at the end. The last buy they hear is buy now. Is that some higher level education? Yes. Okay. Now, the sweetest little word on the planet is the word yet. You want to halfway through a meeting. Hey, have any of you learned anything from me yet that you didn't know before you stepped and sat in this room? Okay, now I can say the next step's real simple. If you say no, it doesn't end my dialogue. All right, still terrific. What would be one thing that you'd want to learn? You can, in your sales to a realtor, have you seen everything you need to see from me yet to believe that I will be a great resource as a loan officer? Yet. Yes, great, we're going to work together really well. If they say no, doesn't end your dialogue. Self-talk, I'm a therapist for a lot of my clients in their self-talk. If you say, I've not reached my goals for 2026 at any point during this year, negative. Add the word yet on the end, see how quickly your psyche changes. And then I'm going to end with this. The most powerful word in sales, there's no more powerful word. You want to implement the word believe into your vocab when you're asking for business. Everyone in the world will do what they believe. They go to a place of worship based on what they believe. They will spend a fortune to go to college. I'm about to spend a fortune on my daughter to go to a liberal arts school based on what she believes. Okay? Everyone will do what they believe. But you have to consciously use it in your question.
Example.
Okay, example. All right, how many of you in this room, by show of hands, generally, that you believe if you had hours of training from me, you would make more sales? Keep your hand up nice and high if you actually believe it and you're being genuine. You're not just raising your hand for other people. Look how many hands now you're not just raising it because everyone else is raising it. All right. He's like this. Okay. So watch this. I could be cheeky and say, I'm doing a gift for you guys. All right. For any of you click on this QR code, you're getting a better deal than you'll get on UWM Partner Perks page. Now watch this. How many of you have had sales in your life where you realize the longer the seconds go by after the meeting, your sales chances diminish? How many of you actually understand that? Okay, you got until 6 p.m. tomorrow. You do it before 6 p.m. tomorrow, you'll really love me. If you wait till afterwards, you'll still love me, just not as much as the person who does it before 6 p.m. And you'll get hours and hours of coaching from me. Now, here's some good news. I'm going to stick around today. Have you noticed I've been here all day? All right, there are some speakers who will show up, blow up, leave. I'm not one of them. All right, so if you have questions or things, come find me and I'll gladly with abundance share. Thank you for giving me a little bit of extra time. There you go. Cheers.